Today we're going to continue with this exercise. Is the exercise number 13, where we have to work with a path followed by Z. So, well, the people C. So, well, remember that we have to calculate the distance traveled, and the magnitude and direction of the displacement from start to finish. En esta ocasión, en el ejercicio 13, vamos a trabajar con el camino hecho por la persona C, y tenemos que calcular su distancia y, mejor dicho, la distancia de su recorrido y también la magnitud y la dirección del desplazamiento desde el punto de inicio hasta el punto de llegar. So, nothing more to say. Let's take our exercise to our blackboard. There we have it, and let's start with the easiest part, the distance. Remember that in easy words, distance is what a pedestrian has to walk, or a car has to drive. Well, actually, it's the conductor that drives, but you know what I mean. Entonces, recuerden, para motivos prácticos, ¿qué es la distancia? Bueno, lo que tendría que recorrer un transeúnte o un auto dentro de una ciudad. Entonces, we need to count the number of blocks. This time it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. That is 13. And remember that every block is 120 meters on a side. So we're going to multiply 130 by 13 by 130. 20, sorry. I'm confused today. Okay. Entonces, ya que cada cuadra mide 120 metros, vamos a multiplicar las 13 cuadras por 120 y nos da un recorrido total, una distancia total de 1560 metros, 1560 meters. And with that, we have the distance. Now it's time to calculate the displacement. And remember that we're going to divide the displacement into the horizontal displacement and the vertical displacement. So I'm going to start here with horizontal displacements. Alright, so taking account that every time you move to north, it's going to be considered as positive. If you move to south, it's considered as negative. If you go to east, it's going to be positive. And if you go west, it will be considered as a negative displacement. Recuerden el convenio de signos que tenemos hasta ahora, que no va a cambiar, y si vas para el norte será considerado un desplazamiento positivo, si vas para el sur será un desplazamiento negativo, en tanto que si vas para el este será un desplazamiento positivo y para el oeste un desplazamiento negativo. That being said, let's start with the horizontal displacement. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to take it as positive. Vamos a considerarlo como positivo. A positive 5. There we have it. And we're going to multiply that 5 by 120 meters. Vamos a multiplicar esas 5 cuadras por 120. ¿Por qué es positivo? Porque en esta parte del trayecto se está moviendo hacia el este. Entonces queda como positivo. Alright, 120 meters multiplied by 5, it's equal to 600. 600 meters. Now, there is another horizontal displacement and it's right here, about 1 block, and it's going to the west. Hay otro desplazamiento horizontal y en esta ocasión va hacia el oeste. Negative 1 multiplied by 120 meters. Como solo fue una cuadra hacia el oeste, se la va a considerar como negativa y multiplicamos 120 metros, que es lo que mide cada cuadra, por menos 1. That is minus 120 meters. Now, there is another displacement to the west, and it's 3 blocks. So, again, it's going to be negative because it's going to the west. Minus 3 multiplied by 120 meters. Entonces, nuevamente, menos 3 considerado negativo porque son 3 cuadras hacia el oeste. Menos 3 multiplicado por 120 son menos 360 metros. Here we have all the horizontal displacements. Now it's time to calculate the vertical displacements. So let's make a little division there, and let's write here the vertical displacements. So let's start with that. Okay, the first vertical displacement is to the north, 1 block, and it's going to be positive because it's going to the north. Entonces, una cuadra hacia el norte se la va a considerar como positiva. Vamos a multiplicar por 120 metros. 120 meters multiplied by 1 is going to be 120 meters. Alright, we have other displacements or vertical displacements, and we have this one right here. It's 2 blocks and it's going to the south, so this time is going to be considered as negative. Minus 2 times 120 meters. Otro desplazamiento vertical, pero en esta ocasión hacia el sur, por ende queda como negativo. So 200 multiplied by 120 is going to be minus 240 meters. Finally, we have another vertical displacement, and it's right here. It's just 1 block, and it's moving to the north in this part. So it's going to be considered as positive. Positive 1 multiplied by 120 meters. The answer, 120 meters. There we have it. Okay. Now, we have to add all the displacements, the horizontals and the verticals. Llegó la hora entonces de hacer la sumatoria de todos los desplazamientos. Primero con los horizontales, addition of all the horizontal displacements. That is going to be 600 meters plus minus 120 meters plus minus 360 meters. And if we calculate all of that, it's going to be simply 120 meters. There it is. By the way, I almost forgot to write down the negative here. Sorry for that, my bad. Right there. Let's see if I have enough space. Cross fingers. Okay, plus minus 120 meters. There, good job. Okay, so what is the meaning of these 120 meters? It's positive, so take that in count. ¿Cuál es el significado de estos 120 metros positivos? Bueno, primero que nada es positivo, así que quiere decir que estás 120 metros más hacia el este que tu posición inicial. Entonces los cálculos vienen a verificar lo que hemos hecho aquí. Si nos hubiera dado negativo, pues algo salió mal, porque la persona no termina estando más al oeste de lo que empezó. En realidad esta persona está más hacia el este de lo que había empezado. What is going to happen with the vertical displacements? Okay, let's calculate them. The addition of all the vertical displacements. We have enough space here. Okay, we have 120 meters plus minus 240 meters plus minus 100 plus, let me see, 120 meters. Okay, so the solution for all of this is going to be 0 meters. That's all. And what is the meaning of these 0 meters? ¿Qué es lo que significan estos 0 metros? Que no se, o sea, a pesar de que sí se movió varias veces hacia el norte y hacia el sur, no termina estando al final ni más al norte ni más al sur. Por eso dio 0 metros. Now, it's time to calculate the magnitude of the displacement. I'm going to write it here. Right, and we have a simple formula for that, and it is magnitude of the displacement is equal to the square root of 120 meters squared plus 0 meters squared. Simplemente sumar los dos desplazamientos totales, cada uno elevados al cuadrado. So here we have 120 meters squared is equal to 14,400 squared meters, and 0 squared is 0 squared meters. And every time you add or subtract 0, it's going to be the same. So at the end, it will be just the square root of 14,400 meters, square meters, sorry. And the square root of that is 120 meters. What is the meaning of that? ¿Qué es lo que significa eso? Bueno, que entre la posición de salida y la de llegada simplemente hay 120 metros. Entonces, a pesar de que dio un gran recorrido, entre el punto de llegada, entre el punto de salida y el punto de llegada simplemente hay 0 metros. Now, it's the time of the direction of the displacement, and that's the last part of it, of this. Okay, direction of the displacement. And for that we have a very simple formula, which is theta, or the angle of the direction, is equal to the inverse of the tangent of 0 meters divided by 120 meters. Siempre van a ir en el numerador las verticales y en el denominador las horizontales. So we have the inverse of the tangent of minus 1, the inverse of the tangent. We cancel both meters, and 0 divided by 120, it's just a 0. And the inverse of the tangent of 0 is 0. 0 degrees. And that's the end of the exercise. What is the meaning of 0 degrees? Remember that we are calculating the displacement. Estamos calculando el desplazamiento. Entonces, entre el punto de salida y el punto de llegada ya vimos que hay 120 metros. ¿Cuál es la inclinación con respecto al eje horizontal? O mejor dicho, con respecto a las calles que van en dirección oeste-este, ninguna. No hay ninguna inclinación. Es simplemente paralelo a las calles que van en dirección este-oeste. De hecho, las calles que van en dirección este-oeste son el eje de referencia para todos los ángulos. Well, that's the end of the exercise. I hope you could understand it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!